Hi guys, I got this little block here. Bought it off of eBay a while back. When I got it, it's in pretty rough shape, very out of square. It's actually rounded on the bottom, but I got that kind of taken care of, the roundness on there. If you see no movement when I press corner to corner on it. But right now I've got this set up with a indicator here, and I want to show you all how square this is. I did this on a little surface grinder, and go up there and we touch up against it, we rotate around, and that goes to 0 and back down when I rotate this around. Knock on the table a little bit just to make sure everything's settled in, and remeasure this back to 0 there. Okay, I want to show you all this right here. This is actually marked with LE right in here on this bridge. When we take it and we rotate it top to bottom and go back down like this, this will show twice the amount of error in how square this is. And I hope I got it still in frame. So we take that and we rotate it, grab it down at the bottom a little bit, and that shows about 1/10,000th on the negative, a little bit less than that, 1/10,000th. So that's twice the amount of error. So that means this is a half of 1/10,000th out of square on this edge here. Whoops, I hit that kind of hard. Let's try that again. Go back around. That reads less than 1/10,000th. Rotate it back again with the LE sitting right there. Set it back down. Scoot it over, touch up against it real lightly, and try it again on that side. It's going right back to 0. So now we've got LE here. I want to take this and just rotate it 180 degrees around. So I've got the LE on this side and nothing on this side here. So let's go back up, bump up against it real lightly. I'm not changing anything, so we're just going off the same basic setup. But I do want to stress the point that we're looking for needle movement, not actual measurements. Okay, so we could actually have this needle lined up on a 1 or a 2 or anywhere we wanted to, just to make a needle sweep type indication, a comparative indication. So once again, we run across here, and that's showing about 2.5 10,000ths out of square on this side. Let's go back over here. Once again, I'm just going to pick it up, rotate it, send that down to the bottom side. We still got the LE on this side, blank on this side. Let's bump up against there real gently, real lightly, and try it again. Rotate it around. I'm holding this on the bottom here and just kind of, with my thumb up here, pushing down up against the surface plate. Got that, and we're sweeping around to very close to 0. So that tells me that, flip this over top to bottom again, squeeze it down, had a little bit of air captured underneath that. So let's go ahead and sweep this back around and find out exactly what our amount of error is. About 2.5 10,000ths. So that's pretty good. 2.5 10,000ths divided by 2 is what, 1 1/4, something like that. So that's 10,000ths of an inch out of square. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this other edge here. Pretty precise little square. I've got my LE on this side, and I'll measure this part right here right now, this side, and that sweeps up to about 1 under. Take it, and we'll rotate it straight up and down, or top to bottom, kind of settle it in just a little bit. And I know I should be sweeping it, sliding this on and wiping everything off, but I wiped everything off pretty good just before I started this demonstration here. So let's go ahead and sweep this around again, once again grabbing it on the bottom with a little pressure downward, and we're coming around to about 1/2 of a tenth under. So if we were 1/2 of a tenth under that way, I rotated this top for bottom again, press down. 1/2 of a 10,000th off that way, and about 1/10,000th off that way. That side's pretty darn square. So now what we want to do is we want to take the LE indicator here, rotate this 180 degrees, tap up against it real nicely, real gently, and let's try our indicator again here. That is showing very close to 0, maybe just a tad bit high on the 0 side. And I'll take this and I'll rotate it 180 degrees, top for bottom. Let's take a measurement this way. Okay, that edge there, that's reading about 1.5 10,000ths high. So half of that is 75 millionths, I guess, out of square on that direction. Rotate this 180 degrees out here. Try this real quick here. And we're going to just a smidgen less than maybe a half a tenth under 0. Rotate this top for bottom. Check this side. Once again, this does show you twice the amount of out of square that it is. Twice the amount of error. So we sweep this around again. We're going to very close to 1/10,000th out of square there. So you can see how precise this is. But one last thing I want to check. We want to check how square the H is to everything else here. I don't think I'll be able to touch my indicator here. Yeah, I might be able to. So let's go ahead and sweep this. That's reading to about 1/2 thousandths under. And you'll see that no LE here. We'll rotate it top for bottom to where LE does show. I'll kind of squeegee it down into place, ring it into place, and I'll rotate it again, and I come up with very close to 0 out of square there. Try that one again because that looked awful close, awful square on this part, so I just want to double check that. And once again, about 1/10,000th out of square. So you can see how precise this square is on almost all surfaces. I'll be doing a few videos on how to square something up like this to get this type of precision on there, and the measurement method that I'm using here. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll be seeing you later.